Hello friends. Long time no see. In fact, the last time I recorded one of these update videos, we were just about to go into lockdown at the start of the pandemic. Obviously, the world has changed a lot since then, and in that time, the Undergrads movie has seen its share of ups and downs. But more on that later in the video. First, I have to clear up two big misconceptions regarding the Kickstarter campaign. From a lot of the comments I've been reading, I see that many of you are under the mistaken impression that the money we raised on Kickstarter either went into my personal bank account and I've been sitting on a beach earning 20%,
Die hard.
or that $145,000 was going to be enough to fund the entire movie.
Sure.
First, feature-length animated movies, even the cheap ones, typically cost millions of dollars to produce.
You said it, God. Money's neat.
And secondly, as you can see, I haven't been to a beach in years. So then what was the objective of the Kickstarter campaign? Well, here's a quick reminder. We're launching this Kickstarter campaign to fund the first phase of pre-production. We want to demonstrate the commitment of our fans and prove to potential investors that there truly is an audience to support the making of this project. Like that young whippersnapper said back in 2018, the Kickstarter campaign was only intended to fund the first phase of pre-production. It's also mentioned here on the campaign's About This Kickstarter page. Now, in retrospect, I absolutely could have done a better job of explaining what in the heck pre-production even is, so let me take a moment to do just that. Pre-production is basically all of the initial work that goes into producing an animated movie before animation can begin. This includes writing the script, designing the characters and environments, and storyboarding every single shot of the movie. So how specifically was your Kickstarter money spent? Well, first we had to create and ship out all of the physical Kickstarter rewards, like the t-shirts, posters, and mugs. Next, we had to hire a writer to write the screenplay with you. Then we had to pay a small team of artists to generate designs for all the new characters, props, and locations that the script called for. That doesn't even include the 60-plus Kickstarter backer designs that I ended up having to create myself. And finally, we had to hire 4 board artists to storyboard the entire movie. Truth be told, we actually ran out of Kickstarter money about 2/3 of the way through the boarding process, so the producers and I had to dip into our own pockets to pay for the rest of the storyboards. But we got them done. Anyway, to all of you who donated, and I deeply appreciate each and every one of you, that is how your money was spent. So the next thing you may be asking is, if the Kickstarter money was only meant to cover the pre-production costs, how the heck do we plan on paying for the actual movie? Well, generating 90 minutes of animation ain't cheap. We always knew we'd need real grown-up money to cover those costs.
Money's neat.
So our plan was to take the pre-production materials created using the Kickstarter funds to shop the project around to potential investors, distributors, streaming services, etc. And then once someone like Netflix, for example, signed on and ponied up the production money, we'd hire a killer animation studio to produce the movie.
Yay!
Alas, to date, our efforts in selling the movie and securing that additional funding have proven unsuccessful. It has become painfully obvious that our chances of someone like Netflix investing in this project anytime soon are looking slimmer and slimmer. Making money is just not that easy. So instead of giving up and saying, well, I guess we tried, myself and our producers at Brainpower have started exploring ways we could make this movie on a much, much more limited budget. So our plan B is to produce the animation ourselves, entirely in-house, utilizing a more guerrilla-style production pipeline and hiring a small team of freelance artists and animators. Needless to say, coming up with an animation pipeline tailor-made to our specific needs and budgetary limitations has involved a lot of research and development. For example, the Gimpy apology video that I posted last week was a recent test I did using Adobe Character Animator. Of course, as a few of you pointed out, it's not perfect, because it's just a test. But making that video allowed me to assess the benefits and limitations of that particular software and how it could potentially fit into our pipeline. Over the years, other similar tests have included such R&D hits as Nitz's Dorm Room and 3D Motion Capture Rocco. So while I haven't been taking the time to record and post update videos, I have been diligently working behind the scenes to figure out how the heck we could make this movie ourselves if we had to. And, well, now we have to. Working on the Undergrads movie is a labor of love, but it doesn't pay my bills. Since we started this endeavor back in 2018, I have not made or taken a single penny for any of the work I've put into this project. And I've been doing it all while also working a full-time job to actually pay my bills. But now at last for some good news. When we made the decision to produce the movie in-house, I knew that it was going to require a much larger investment of my time. So I eventually had a come to Bobby moment where I realized it was no longer going to be possible for me to split my focus between working a full-time job and working on the movie. So long story short, I quit my day job.
He ain't working for the man no more, so screw you with some sexual harassment on top.
I'm happy to say that as of January 1st of this year, the Undergrads movie is now officially my full-time job. I still don't get paid for it, but for the first time since 2001, Undergrads is once again my sole focus and #1 priority, which means no more apology videos! From here on out, I'm committed to posting a brand new update video at the end of each month, so you can all see how things are progressing on the movie. The good, the bad, the ugly, and even the boring technical stuff for those of you that are into that kind of thing. And if you have any questions you want me to answer in future update videos, please add them in the comments section below.
This website is not a good thing. People hate you.
Moving forward, our goal is to make this YouTube channel the singular hub for all updates and communication on the Undergrads movie. So if you've been primarily following either the Kickstarter or Facebook pages, please migrate your butts over here to the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe and whatever those buttons are you need to hit. Lastly, I just want to say, I know it's been a frustrating couple of years not knowing where the movie's been at. It's been extremely frustrating for me as well, believe me. When we started this thing, none of us could have foreseen it taking this long.
Sorry I ruined the movie.
But it's a new day, we have a new plan, and we are hitting the ground running in 2024. I am more committed to this project than ever, and I hope you'll stick with me as I continue on this journey and attempt to produce a full-length animated feature almost exclusively out of my basement. Again, thank you all for your continued support, your continued patience, and your kind words, and even your not so kind words. I promise I will do everything in my power to make this movie happen, and in the end, hopefully, it will all be worth the long, long wait. See you in the next update video at the end of February, and until then, hang in there, guy.